Well, hello, guys. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Guys, you guys have no idea how excited I feel. I have one of the best couples, the best vloggers out there. If you guys know them, just give us a shout out, JJ Cruz. If the JJ Cruz crew is here, make sure you let us know that you're here from the JJ Cruz part. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring them on, guys, because we have a lot to unpack here today. So, with that being said, welcome in Jared and Jordan.
Hey everyone.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
I'm
you.
so thrilled to have you guys. You don't understand. Like, I've been watching you guys since Adventure of the Seas.
That was a hoot.
Yes, that's how long it's been. So, so we're having a. I have a lot of questions for you guys. Everybody's coming into the chat saying hello. So we're just gonna say real quick hello to everybody. Super quick because we have a lot to unpack here today, and everyone wants to know about JJ Cruise. So welcome in Cruise Nuts, PK Adventures, Cruising with Keith. Scott McNeil, Mama Nancy's here. Let me see who else. Scott McNeil, Harlan, Escapades with Jeff D, Emily M, Miss Katie, welcome in. Let me see who else. Samara Brown, the Queen of Disney, is here. She's finally back from her cruise. Marjorie, welcome in. Everybody, hello, Miss Beth from Oklahoma. Thank you so much for being here. And Angie from Whatever Floats Your Boat. So, guys, first, I want to say thank you so much for being part of the Traveling with Tinkerbell and being here with us. And I have a lot of questions for you guys.
Well, thank you for having us. First of all, we appreciate it, and we're happy to be here.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
And you and I have something in common. You guys and I have something in common, which is all about celebrity. I am a celebrity girl.
Yes,
And
yes.
I love the brand. And I fell in love when I went on Apex. I guess you guys went on Edge at one point, and I'm like, oh, that looks really nice. And I remember you guys having a live stream from the Edge. You guys were in your stateroom, and it's just been so many different celebrations, one behind the other, and just checking you guys out, your different milestones, and all the great things that you guys have done for your channel, the different places that you guys have been. So we're going to talk a little bit about all of that. Is there something you just want to tell everybody here before we start all the questions that I have for you guys?
I mean, I think just a quick intro if you've never seen us before. We're JJ Cruz. We are a married interracial couple out of the Midwest. So we don't live in Florida. We don't live in California or New York. We do not live near a cruise port. So we do the same thing as most of you all do, which is travel to a cruise port. And we do everything from cruise reviews to ship tours to port guides and making sure that you have the best cruise tips for going to your cruise vacation and make sure you get the right cruise because there's a lot of cruises out there, but sometimes the right one for you is different than the right one for someone else. So we try to be as generic as possible by giving all the info, not just the ones that we would be curious about or interested in, including for people of all different abilities, people of all different races, sexualities, anything and everything. We want to make sure everyone can find their home and make sure they know what cruise ships are right for them.
Yes, and we are also a couple of celebrity gals.
Yeah,
like you.
I love it. I love it. I love you guys. From the moment I've been watching you guys for a long, long time. And I just love, you guys have a little bit of everything. So, and you guys don't hide anything. You just tell it as it is. And whoever likes it, likes it. If you don't, well, oh, well. and that's one of the cool parts about getting to meet the cruising community, because everybody's channel is a little bit different. And I've been following you guys, like I said, since Adventure of the Seas. It's been a long time. So I do have my first question for you guys. What made you start a YouTube channel? Like, when did you all decided, you know what, let's just do this?
That's a good question. So I grew up watching cruise YouTube and going on cruises. Jared didn't know anything about cruising until he met me. and went on his first cruise, and it was a total disaster. That's like another story for another time. But we started to watch some other channels, and Jared was like, wait, do people do this? Like, do people really like make content about going on vacation? And I was like, yeah, that's how I got ready for my cruises in high school and in college. And we met some people on Navigator of the Seas cruise back in like what, 2017?
Something like that.
Something like that. And they cruised every week and every weekend. One of
Awesome.
them, actually, a lot of people know, has the channel now, The Weekend Cruiser, Brandon. But this was
Right.
way
Okay.
before YouTube. Like we were on YouTube, he was on YouTube, and we just found out like, oh, him and some of his friends, they go on cruises every weekend. And Jared was like, we should figure out a way to do that. I want to cruise this much. And I think that's how the idea was born, at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, we never knew that our channel would get the amount of viewership that it has right now. We just were like, you know what? Why not? Why not put our adventures out there? And then we also just saw like there was a niche out there for cruise tubers in general to start, sharing their cruise experiences, but then also being a same-sex couple. We didn't see a lot of that out there, and we wanted to give more advice for everybody of all types, because we knew if there wasn't a lot for us, then there probably wasn't a lot for every single community out there. So we want to be a little bit more all access, all abilities, all types of people can cruise and should cruise. We just got to find the right one for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's one of the things, like, like when I started, I be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie here. I started because of all of you guys watching JJ Cruise, The Ship Life, Lalita Loca, all the bigger, cruise channels. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little scary at the beginning. Because I remember my first life, I was like scared to death. But you know what? Now it's like it is what it is. Like, it doesn't face me anymore. So that's one of the cool parts. My second question to you guys is, when did you guys start your channel? For those of you that don't know you, when did you guys start your channel?
Yeah, so it was October of, I want to say 2017. Was it 2017 or 2018?
It was
2018. No, it's 2019.
It was 2019.
You're right. It was October of 2019. So what is that? 6 years, going on 6 years this year, I think.
Yeah,
our fifth.
Very first video ever was a Christmas cruise guide, unboxing or unwrapping cruise gifts. It's like video number one will forever like live in our hearts.
Yes. So we created the channel in October, but we didn't post our first video till November. So we usually celebrate our birthday when we first posted, because as you know, you can kind of create your channel at any time,
Right.
but it really isn't a channel until you publish your first video, because there's so much work and like confidence that you have to post that and finally do it. And so once you post your first video, I think that's when your true YouTube channel birthday is.
Yes.
Right. I do remember when you guys, because I remember we went through the pandemic part of it. And I remember when Adventure of the Seas was the first cruise out there from the Bahamas. I remember that much. That's truly when you guys just picked up from there, and you guys not even look back after that. And we're going to talk a little bit about the things that I've actually know about you guys going through, the years that I've been watching you guys. And it's just amazing, guys. And I tell this to everybody, like, don't be afraid to do this. If there's something in your heart that this is what you want to do, even if your video is horribly whatever, at least put it out there, because you're going to learn from it, and you're going to learn a different type, different ways of getting it together. So
absolutely,
yes.
The thing is that you're out there. Once you're out there, and then you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh my God, did I really do that? So my next question for you guys is, well, I know which one is mine, but what is your favorite cruise line?
Ooh, that's tough. You want to answer it?
I don't think it's that tough.
I think it's tough.
It is a little tough because we definitely are very much celebrity and Royal Caribbean cruisers. If you watch our channel, I think that most people know that. But I don't know if I could pick between the two, just because there's things about them that we like both of them. But then we go on all the cruise lines and we find things that we like that they do differently from Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. I feel like Celebrity
Okay.
and Royal Caribbean are like home base. Like that's where we feel comfortable. We've got the loyalty perks. We don't have to spend a lot of extra money. You know,
Right.
we get our laundry done there. Like all of these things that feel like at home. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Celebrity and Royal are home base. However, we like trying new cruise lines. So we haven't tried them all yet, but we also love Virgin Voyages. We think that
Oh
they
my
do
God. Yeah.
really
I have
unique,
not been
different
there
things.
yet.
Oh, it's a good time. It's a really good time.
And we just did Emerald, and that was great too. So I mean, it just depends. There's a lot of different cruise lines out there, and it's just trying all of them. And I think each one has something for a whole group of people. So we try to like stay away from our favorite to more of like what's right for us right now.
Yeah.
Where Celebrity
Right.
might feel really good for us right now, and 5 years from now or a year from now, it might change to another cruise line, and we're okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true because we travel, especially you guys that are travel agents and travel advisors out there. We travel all the time, and and we have that availability that we can travel on different cruise lines versus many other people. So at least we're blessed in that way,
Yeah, absolutely.
truly. And I tell you, when it comes to the travel part, I love it, and I just enjoy not only watching all of the communities, like the cruise communities grow, but also like your journey, because this is kind of like everybody's journey is a little different, and it's kind of cool, like from when you started to where you are today, and you see how you keep climbing up that ladder, and it's kind of like amazing. People don't realize every little milestone that you accomplish, it's a great deal for the person that is accomplishing that milestone,
Right.
and
Yeah.
mainly for the community that is the ones that are helping us accomplish those milestones. So it's really cool. Real quick, for the people in the comments, if you have any questions for JJ Cruz, please put it in the comments, because I just don't want to ask them all of my questions. But if you guys have a question for them, this is the time to ask them everything you want to know. My next question to you guys, out of all the itineraries that you guys have done, which one has been your favorite port of call and why?
Oh, that's so hard. Um, Gosh, I want to say it's so tough. Yeah, it's hard for me to pick between the Mediterranean and Alaska.
Mm,
Those are definitely my top two. Sailing out of Barcelona is my one of my favorite places in the world. We love Barcelona. We love Spain
Yeah,
so much.
Barcelona is
okay.
definitely a top
Yeah,
part.
we've spent a lot of time there and we just love it. I don't know,
You're not
Alaska.
saying one, or is Barcelona it?
It's either going to be Barcelona or Alaska. It's going to be one of the like Mediterranean or Alaska for me.
Okay, I would say there's a difference for me for like sailing into port versus port to go out and do excursions. For me, Akureyri, Iceland was a top port of call for me
Oh,
to go
okay.
do excursions. That was beautiful. We did everything from the hot steam, what's it called? The
Hot Springs.
hot springs to then just even exploring out into what was it called, a beer bath. That was incredible. That was one of the best experiences. I still remember it now. But just bathing in beer and having a hot tub and like just it was having unlimited beers on tap as you do it. Like it was just so cool with the views around you.
Oh, that must be
Sydney,
awesome.
oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Sydney is one of the best harbors to sail into. Sydney
Mm.
Harbor is gorgeous. It has so much at port to do. You can even take a ferry to the zoo, and it's just so easy to go in and out of. But it's also beautiful. The Sydney Opera House is there, the bridge. So I'd say Sydney is probably the favorite port to cruise into. But we love Barcelona. If we're gonna staycation somewhere after or before our cruise, Barcelona is it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I do have a question from the Queen of Disney. She wants to know, what is your favorite thing to do on a sea day?
Oh,
That's such a good question. Oh boy. And I have to like think back because I'm going to be honest, most of our sea days now are filled with work. As travel agents, I take my laptop to the coffee shop and I pop open my laptop,
absolutely.
and that's what we do.
I know, right?
But if I'm not working on a sea day, I have to say just being poolside. I mean, I am definitely a pool lounger. on a sea day. I love being able to take a break from whatever else is going on in my world and just soak.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Poolside, drinks in the pool, by the pool, maybe having even like a cabana if you could to just relax in. Depending on the cruise line, Celebrity, some of the newer ones do it well, but the older ones not so great. Yeah, that would be my answer as well.
And if you don't find them on the pool side, you can definitely find them on the jacuzzi with a drink in
Yes.
hand. With a drink in hand.
We love a hot tub.
Absolutely.
As long as the cruise line permits, because I know you guys have had some of times where you guys like, what?
Yep. Even sometimes the same cruise line. One ship it'll be like, yeah, you can drink in the pool. Another ship, it's like, no, why would you ever drink in the pool?
I
Drama.
know, right?
Drama.
It's drama.
Drama.
Hey, that's good for a vlog, you know?
Yeah. True.
Samara wanted to ask here, has JJ ever done a cruise from Fort Lauderdale? And I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Many a times we've done kind of most of the Florida ports. We haven't gone north into Florida. So we haven't done past, Tampa and Port Canaveral in Florida, but we have
Mhm.
done New Orleans and Texas, and we've done Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Yeah, we've done a little bit of it all. As much as we can. We always are looking for new ports to try. So maybe we'll do one of the other ones in Florida up north, in the coming year.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ever in Tampa, let me know, because I'm like 15 minutes away from the port. Maybe we could grab
nice.
some lunch or something together
Love that.
and
Amazing.
just chit chat. Be Kind Oklahoma has a question. What is your favorite thing on Disney Cruise, and would you go back?
Oh, my favorite thing on Disney Cruise Line, I'm gonna say two. One, we love the drink classes. They do the best like tastings out of any cruise line. Disney definitely gets the award for that. And then the chicken tenders. I love the chicken on Disney
That's
Cruise
something
Line.
you do. Chicken
For
tenders.
me, it's an activity. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That is too funny. I thought you were gonna say the Mickey waffles.
Right.
Oh, that's good too.
Oh my gosh. For me, it's the entertainment. The shows are incredible. Would I go back? Yes, we have gone back multiple times. I think we are closing in on our Grand Slam, but Disney just keeps releasing new ships as they go. So it's hard to do that Grand Slam. But we just did Magic for the first time. We still haven't done Fantasy, and now that Treasure's out, we haven't done Treasure. But those are the only two that we haven't done yet in the Disney fleet. And the shows are it. We love the shows. They're so great. We will never miss one. I love that they have a movie theater on board. And I think the number one thing I love is a popcorn bucket.
Oh my God, yes.
The
Those
popcorn
they're
bucket.
so cute.
Okay, and I'm not gonna lie. When we were on the Magic, we went into the movie theater, and Jared literally asked me. He took the popcorn bucket. He was like, "Do you want to go up and fill this with chicken tenders?"
That's so funny. Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, I do. I want to go. Oh, he's gonna get this was our bucket from the Disney
Just
Magic.
as proof.
Okay.
I love a Disney
Oh
popcorn
my God,
bucket.
that is so cute.
Isn't it cute?
So did you
That's
guys
all
fill
it
it with the
is.
chicken tenders?
It's been washed since, I promise.
Yeah, no grease is left.
Oh my God, that is too funny. I do have a question for you both. I know that Jared was the one who started this whole thing about the super stickers.
Yes, that was
I want to
all
stop real
Jared.
quick. Jared, I got to give it to you. That was ingenious.
Thank you.
I was actually part of some of your super stickers at one point.
Yes.
What just made you just get up one day and say, you know what, I'm just gonna do this and we're just gonna grow with it. But I know that Jordan was not all on board on that situation.
I was not.
He was not. Here's the thing. We both are this way though. We both have this thing of like, we know that this kind of tipping a creator is not usual for everyone, right? Not everyone feels like that's comfortable. So I'm trying to make it as comfortable as possible. Of like, you're giving us something, we appreciate it so much. We're gonna act it out for you. That super sticker is gonna be acted out because like we appreciate it back. Like we know that this is not like this is a new thing. This isn't something that people are not always used to tipping anybody. Worldwide, tipping is not normal. So like in the US, it's a little bit more normal for service stuff. And now in the creator space, it's so normal, but there's so many people that haven't done it before. We want to like,
Right.
and you know, enthuse them. Say like, hey, you know, we're going to encourage this because we appreciate it so much. We're going to act it out.
But
And
you guys
we
did
love doing it.
very well with it. You guys did very well.
Oh,
And then
thanks.
I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know that there was one cruise that you guys separated, and I think it's her name, Nancy,
Yes.
that you went on the cruise, but Jared couldn't go.
Yes.
And then I remember Jordan had to do the stickers.
Yes.
I tell you something, Jordan. I did not miss that at all. I said, I'm going to see what he's going to do.
I remember too, I went live for like 3.5 hours that day because he was like, you better be on your best behavior and go live a lot on the ship. So it was okay. I prefer to have Jared with me.
I think Nancy even did one with you at one point.
I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah.
Oh, I remember because I remember I want like at the beginning, Jared used to do all of the super stickers, and then that happened, and then afterwards, Jared would do it, and then Jordan would do his part. And I remember, I don't know if it was the Apex or one of the celebrity ships where you guys got pillows to do some kind of super sticker. I said they did not go there.
Yes, I will say this. We have gotten to an agreement that I will do all super stickers. Jordan will do it $10 and above. That's like the compromise. He's like, okay, fine, I'll do it too if it's this level. So.
I've been doing all the levels for a while.
I mean, he does. I mean, depending on where he's at, you know, he might be doing one every once in a while underneath $10. But
right. But look at that. I tell you guys, that was genius of you guys for doing that. Because like you said, Jared, a lot of people don't realize all the work that we put into it. And even though it's free for everybody, you know, technically, because you put it on YouTube, people watching and all of that stuff, there's a lot that goes into it, you know, behind scenes. There's a lot that, you know, you like the cruise costs, you know, to show you all these ships and everything. So that was pretty cool, you know, that you guys came up with that. Donnell says over here, she's like, I think that they're the only ones who do super stickers like that. Too funny. So, I tell you, I've been watching you guys for a while. So my next question for you guys is, when it comes to your group cruises, because you guys do groups like nobody else have done group cruises, and that is really cool of you guys. Who is the one that comes up with the creative side of things? For example, your group themes, because I know you guys have different group things. So who comes up with it from you guys? How do you guys work that out?
It is truly a like a 50-50 split. Like it is both of us kind of sitting and brainstorming. And once again, people don't see this. Like they don't see Jared and I in our living room for hours talking about these themes and talking about, you know, will this be okay? Like, will people participate in this? We put so much effort and thought into those, and it is truly both of us. It's not, I wouldn't say one of us does more work than the other.
What is one of your favorite themes that we've done? So if you don't know, for our group cruises, we do themes where 3 nights a week for the cruise, we will do a costume theme night. So we encourage everyone to dress up, and it could be as easy as like purple night, and you could just wear a purple shirt, purple dress, whatever, or you could go all out and have purple whatever. Like, well, someone showed up as Ursula once because, you know, purple. So I mean, like, literally you could go all out. What's your favorite theme night we've done?
We did a powdered wig night.
Yes,
that was pretty fun.
Oh,
so we had people had really, you know, Victorian era style wigs on. That was a fun one.
I feel like kind of similar to that, we did Everybody's Annie for our Broadway group cruise.
Okay.
And so we encouraged everyone to buy Annie wigs, and we would just wear Annie wigs all across the ship. That one was a fun idea. It didn't work out as well as we wanted to.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun with our themes. We've done quite a few. We used to do them when we started our groups. We did a theme every night. We've scaled it back to just a few nights now that we do themes, which we found works a little bit better. People are less intimidated, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a good time. We love our group cruises. We love the people that join us on our group cruises. We have a lot of fun.
Oh, I could tell you guys have a lot of fun because I see it on pictures on Instagram. I'm like, and I like some because I'm starting to do groups myself, and I look at everybody. I look at all the different people that have done group cruises, just to kind of like grab an idea. And I'm like, when it comes to you guys, I got to give it to you guys because a lot of people do join your all your costuming and all of that. I said that was really cool. So I'm glad that you guys are able to do that. So if you guys ever travel with the JJ crew, keep in mind you got to bring them costumes with you. So Jordan, I have this question for you. At what point there was a cruise where Jared wasn't with you? Well, it's the one that we were talking about earlier. And I think you were staying at one of the Sky Suites or something like that. How since you guys were how would I say this? Since you guys were traveling always together, and that time you guys separated, how did you guys feel about that separation? Because you guys, that was like JJ Cruise was not together, even though that there's been instances where you guys have, for certain, personal family situations, you guys haven't traveled together. But on that specific time, how did you feel about leaving your love, your half behind?
It was a very, very, I would say, hard week from the standpoint. It was a great week. I love, our friend Nancy, and her and I had we always have a lot of fun together. But it was a hard week because it was like the first time Jared had to like leave and go back for a work thing. And I didn't know what was going to happen to what we were doing. Because at that point, he had gotten permission to work remote. I had left my other job, and it was kind of the first time that we were like, uh-oh, we've got a little bit of like something to figure out here with his work and his job. And so it was a very stressful week from that standpoint. It was, I think, a nice break for both of us to have a little bit of space.
Yeah.
Because, sharing a cruise cabin can be challenging at times. So from that standpoint, like I was worried about what we were going to do for YouTube kind of moving forward. And I still missed him, but I knew that I would see him again in 7 days and I'd be back on a ship with him. But yeah, I think there was a lot of mixed emotions and mixed feelings that week for sure.
Definitely. And like if for those of you guys that are watching right now and are been following the JJ Cruise vlogs, like Jordan just say, Jared had a job at one point, and I will never forget the time that Jared announced, guys, guess what? We're doing this full time. How did you feel, Jared, when you left that part of you, like that past behind? And was it scary for you guys? Like, oh my God, like we're just going to be vloggers and this is what we're going to do. Because I know that Jordan was a travel agent and you were working at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very scary, just given the fact that we both came from corporate America. We were both used to that paycheck that is always there. As long as you showed up to work on time, as long as you did your job and you did everything right, you're good. You're going to get paycheck, benefits, like get all this stuff. And changing from that to being now on our own and being travel agents as well as being full-time cruise tubers, that was definitely going to be cut at the pay for sure. Obviously, YouTubers don't make a ton of money, especially starting out, and neither do travel agents. It's not like most travel agents make a lot of money. They do it for the love of the passion of traveling. So yeah, it was definitely scary, but it was worth it. I think we both saw that it was going to be worth it long term, so we're willing to do it, and we made it, and now here we are, and we are, I think, stable with our careers.
Yeah, I think
it takes a little bit. A lot of people don't realize, like, because I'm also a TA, and it takes a little bit. People just think that, oh, you're a travel agent, they see you travel and all of that, like, oh, but no, it takes time, it takes year, it takes a lot of effort. And I'm with you guys there. So that was a question, because I know that I always say, okay, so he's no longer working, and I know I was a traveler, so I know how hard it is to climb that ladder and get established, and get the people coming in to to book with you. So I truly understand you guys very well. So Jordan, this question is mainly a little bit for you, and maybe Jared might have some input on this. You guys had a show, I believe it was on Wednesday. I could be wrong. What it used to be called The Wake. What
Yes,
happened to
I
that? I
know.
loved it.
I know people loved that show, and I would actually love for that show to come back. We just our travel schedule just didn't allow it. I didn't want to do it if we couldn't do it in the studio setup that we had.
Right.
'Cause, we used like our professional camera. We ran it. I mean, we should have taken some pictures of that setup because it was like we flipped our living room upstairs into a studio. It was so much fun. We had to stop it because I didn't want to. I felt like if I did it on a ship without all of the equipment that we had, it would just look like I was going live. And
Got it.
I didn't like that. There was a very specific vision for that show. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that will come back in the future. If we like had a 4 or 5 month break where we weren't traveling at all, I could totally see us doing that again.
4 to 5 month break.
You never know.
Jared's like, that ain't happening.
But you know what? It's funny because we get this question actually pretty frequently.
Yeah,
It's been over 2 years since we did
Yeah.
that show. But I know people really liked it and people wanted to see more of that. So we'll see.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day the Wake will come
Yeah,
back.
you did a
and,
really good show. And I remember I was watching it. I remember you talked about, the crew members and all of that stuff. I remember I sent you some information and you actually
Yes.
posted that crew member on it. And it was a really great show. Like I tell you, I follow a whole lot of people, more than what people know. I watch a lot of YouTube. I try to, to provide. Sometimes I watch and I don't even comment, but I always watch and give a thumbs up because I know that by watching the whole, your whole entire production that you put out there helps you guys out a whole lot. So a lot of people, if you don't see me that I post like a comment, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I try to do a lot for the community. Out of 594 videos that you have posted till today, I could be wrong unless you posted another one today. What do you consider has been the most important and most popular video out of those 594?
Ooh. Most important video.
Or most popular.
Well, we know the most popular one was probably, well, right now, I think it actually is the cost of living on a cruise ship. I think that may have taken the cake. It's either that one or our Royal Caribbean, like what Royal doesn't tell you, but we will video. Those are the top two currently for popularity. However, I think back in the COVID era that we were in, the restart, I think we both did one video that went pretty controversial, and it was where we said we were stopping cruising Carnival cruises.
I remember that.
Yes. That one was hard for us because we didn't want to be controversial. That wasn't the point. We just wanted to make a stand saying like our health and safety is so important right now. And we feel like a lot of cruise lines are going to be kind of taken down if one cruise line isn't really abiding by the same rules. And so we
Right.
really just wanted to make it a point of like, please change these policies. The fact that we went on that first Carnival cruise on Carnival Horizon and the cruise director had for Quest guys making out with random other guys, like, sure, nowadays after post COVID, totally fine. It's Quest. Crazy
Right.
Quest is supposed to be a little wild. But right when we were supposed to be separating and socially distancing, but then to come all together and just make out with random people, that seemed like a little irresponsible. And that'll always be in my mind as something that I'm glad we stood up for ourselves and said something. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I remember you guys took a big hit during that time because of that. I remember that. But it's like everything. People are gonna be people, out there, and everybody's gonna have their opinion, and I'm like, hey, it is what it is. So you gotta deal with it. But at least, one thing that I really like that you guys did afterwards, after that whole controversy situation, you guys went on Carnival.
Yes.
You guys went back on Carnival and everybody was happy again because, you're going to have the Carnival people be the Carnival people. Because believe it or not, guys, in this community, you have the carnival throughout, and then you got the loyal to royals and the celebrity people, and God forbid you mention one from the other, and it becomes a contra. And sometimes we don't mean it in that way, but it's hard because sometimes you want to be honest with the community as well. And sometimes when you're, and I don't know if it happens to you guys when you're doing these vlogs, you're like, okay, should I say this or should not? Because it happens to me, like, what should I say before everybody's gonna probably roast me out there. So and it's one of those things that we're just being honest, and a lot of people sometimes don't take it in the way that we meant to put it out there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
So
people forget that we are all humans, all of us. Like, people forget that when watching YouTube sometimes.
Yeah.
We've got feelings and emotions too, and if we say something that maybe hits the wrong way, just don't just remember, I'm a human too.
Right, exactly. So I have another question for you guys, and if anybody in the comments wants to ask JJ Cruz questions, go ahead and put them on the comments. When was the first time that wherever you were, whether at a grocery store, on a cruise, wherever, that somebody came to you and says, "Oh my God, it's JJ Cruz"? Like, when was that first time that you like, "Oh my God, these people are actually watching my vlog"?
I don't know if it was the first time, but outside of cruise ships, because obviously cruise ships, it happened, pretty quickly, right? Even on Adventure of the Seas for the restart, we had it pretty quickly. However, in our local community, we went to Olive Garden one night, and we were just waiting for a table at the host stand, and the hostess recognized us but didn't want to say anything, and then talked to her manager and tried to figure out how to say something to us because she was so nervous, and we're figuring out what's going on. And then we finally found out she just watched our channel. She didn't want to be rude or unprofessional, but she wanted to get a picture and all that. And so it was good. It was a fun thing. I mean, we love meeting people, so we've had it happen in Costco, Walmart, airports, bus stops, you name it, someone may recognize us, and it's always a great thing. We don't have any problems with that at all.
Yeah, no, we do. We love meeting people. That Olive Garden one was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it reminded
us. I bet she was like, "Oh my God, the celebrities are here."
It was a good reminder that we always need to be nice to each other in public, right?
You know what? Because I agree with you, Jordan. We're just regular people. On a regular random day, you could be having a bad day, and people are like, "Oh my God, look!" And then they recognize you. Next thing you know, you're on Facebook. Yep. Now and then everybody walks with a camera, and you don't know who is watching you at all points.
Yeah,
it's just crazy out there.
It is.
I have a question. Samara put a question for you guys. What is your favorite room type on a cruise?
Great question.
That is a good question. I mean, I think that we love having a balcony because we love just natural light coming in. It's also very helpful for YouTube, for filming YouTube videos. Yes. So we love a balcony, but we stay in any room that we can get a deal on. So if that means staying in an inside room, I love an inside room for sleeping. It gets pitch black in there.
It is the best for sleep. Yeah, I ditto what Jordan had to say. We'll take anything over nothing at all. But if we had a choice, I also love an infinite veranda. Obviously, it depends on the weather. If it's the hottest and most humid time of year, maybe I'll take our traditional balcony instead. But infinite verandas are usually gorgeous, and we love the extra space.
We do, yeah.
A quick question, because I just thought, and you said we're talking about cruise cabins. Do you guys like to travel more on the front, mid, or after the ship?
Oh, I actually do not. Well, no, I probably like the aft, the back of the ship, the best. I love the movement. I like being rocked to sleep. The front of the ship sometimes vibrates, and I don't like that.
And sometimes the aft does too. Honestly,
yeah, sometimes the aft does too.
We had that on a Disney ship once where we had to move because it was so hard. And it was it's a difference between motion and vibration that is hard. And that one room had a really hard vibrating. We made a video about it because we had to move. Yeah, we can be anywhere. I think for us more so, if we had to pick, it would be mid to mid aft. just because it's, you know, you got low motion, but it's not too much and it's close to everything. I think that's the
Yeah.
key. When you're so far away from everything, it like deters you from leaving your room, and you always want to be out and be with the people and experience the cruise.
Yeah, I'm an aft person too. Everybody loves the aft. But I love the sunset veranda, especially on
Yes.
Celebrity. Oh my God. It is
Those are
amazing because
gorgeous.
to vlog from there, it is crazy, guys. So if you've
Yeah.
never tried it, at least I'll let you know, try it at least one time.
It's
Well,
It
beautiful.
is
Miss Katie
beautiful.
here says, I just wanted to say how nice it was to come to your get together on Icon. Hope I end up in the same ship sometime soon. You guys are such nice, genuine people. Thank you, Miss
Aw,
Katie, for that.
thank you, Katie.
Yes, thank you, Katie. I remember meeting you at that, and thank you so much for
Yes.
coming to our meetup there. That was a really fun
It
meetup on
was. It
Icon.
was a good time.
I tell you, I have not been on Icon yet. It's one of those ships, you know, when every time I try to, something always comes up, and I'm hoping to go on Star because it's just been crazy. I said, okay, Icon, you just don't want me for whatever reason, so I'm gonna wait for Star to come through. And if you guys know, what is it today? They actually announced that it's what is it, the Legends of the Seas. How
Yeah.
did you guys
Yeah,
feel about that name?
we guessed it.
As I say, we guessed it on Icon. We were talking to our business development rep, and we're like, if it's not, it should be Legend of the Seas. And she's like, I can't confirm or deny what it will be.
But it's the first time Royal Caribbean is reusing a name, and I think that
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of
weird.
I think it's kind of strange and interesting
Yeah.
choice. But I like their tagline, turning
Yeah.
icons into legends. I think that that's really smart. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I've never been on Icon. I'm hoping to be on Star, and eventually one day I will get on Icon one of these days. Um, just so that you guys, real quick, guys, hit that like button, and if
Yes.
you have not subscribed to the JJ Crew, please go check them out. If you have not subscribed, but I'm gonna guess you guys are already subscribed because you're here. And a lot of people, you don't understand how many messages I get. All these, a lot of people, can you get, these people? I'm like, okay, I'm trying, but it was a lot because Jerry and I were going back and forth trying to figure out dates.
We're
And
so
it's
busy.
just, and same with Peril DJ. I'm trying to get DNJ here, but they're now in a 133-day world cruise.
I
Hello.
know.
So
And-
jealous.
And I'm gonna say it back. If you're a part of the JJ Crew, please subscribe to Traveling Tinkerbell. If you haven't already subscribed, because I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up.
Thank you. And guys, just so that you guys know, this is the first time that Jordan and Jared we're in this type of setup. But when I first did my Traveling with Tinkerbell actually YouTube channel, Jordan and Jared, I wanted to say, because I know that you and I don't speak like on a daily basis, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for being one of the first channels that actually talked a little bit about Traveling with Tinkerbell when my channel was brand new with probably a couple of subscribers on. And I sent the information. I remember I was on a live stream with you guys, and you guys, did a solid, and you guys put my name out there. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. Not a lot of people that, you go on their channel that, do that kind of a thing. In our channel here, I have a setup on Nightbox so they can put TWT and they can put their YouTube channel there so people can actually subscribe to them, because I want the community to grow. So that's part of the Traveling with Tinkerbell. We want all of us to grow because we're all in this together. We're a huge family. We sometimes not see each other, but we're a huge family and we love each other. So
Yes.
it's just been great, guys. And so what else can you tell us about JJ Cruise? What is coming up new? Any new adventures? If you haven't said anything to your channel, please don't say it. But any new adventures that you guys can talk about?
We have a lot coming up. We have some really exciting things. The next thing we're doing, we haven't released yet to our Patreon community, so we can't say that yet, but I will say it's a new experience. It's a unique experience, and it's an experience that is not often, I guess, available. In fact, it may not be available every year even. And so we're really excited for this new cruise experience that we're going to be doing.
It's something that we've had in the works for about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And it's something that will be on our channel here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So people won't have to
Oh.
wait too long to find out what we're doing.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just some really exciting things. We also have some big things planned for the summer and the fall. So
Yes.
I know we're vague booking over here, and I'm so sorry to do that.
We have
No,
some
but
big
it's good. It's good because I know you guys have your community, and I understand, there's things that it's like us over here. When I had like my secret, big cruise that I'm having in June, it's our first time going to Europe. It was like a hot, like, I'm not gonna tell anybody. And it was weird, guys, because it was not even a group. It was just going with my family, right? And I announced it on the channel, and one of my customers heard it. He's like, when were you going to tell me about it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I want to go. And that next thing you know, it became a group. So there's like about 30 people coming along with me to Europe. So it was like, wait a minute, hold on.
That
So
is amazing.
yeah, it's our first time. So I can't wait. It's going to be a whole lot of fun and a lot of new adventures, at least for this channel, new places. And we're trying to figure out what is the best thing to do, to grab, as much in, because it's one of those big cruise, because we're going to be going to Rome and we're going to be staying there a couple of days. Then we're going on Celebrity Ascent.
amazing
So
You're gonna have the best time.
I know. I can't wait. It's going to be a whole 8 days. And then we're traveling from throughout Italy all the way to Barcelona, which is your favorite port.
Yes.
And we're going to be there for like a half day in Barcelona. Then we're going to be going on all the way to Paris. Because we got to go Disney Paris,
Yeah.
So you got to go over there. My daughter's like, Mom, if we're going to be over there, might as well just go to Paris. So we're flying to Paris for 3 days, and then we're going to see all the things in Paris and then come over here. So that's the big trip for traveling with Tinkerbell. So
that is amazing.
yeah, I have to get some pointers from you guys after the show to see what is it that you guys enjoy, from those places.
Absolutely.
But what else are you guys having? Like, what is it you guys are doing for your channel? Anything new? I know besides traveling and all the secret travels that you guys got going on, like I know you guys are home now because you're not traveling.
Yeah.
So what is the next JJ Cruise to-do list or things to do like down the road?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we haven't announced everything for this year, but we have announced some stuff. Like we have group cruises. So we're going to Hawaii for the first time for a
Ooh.
repositioning cruise with a group. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be on Celebrity Edge, and we're gonna go from Hawaii to Vancouver. So we're looking forward to that. That's our next kind of group cruise. We're also having a Halloween cruise on Virgin, which we're super excited for this
Ooh,
Halloween.
Yeah, I'm very
nice.
excited about that.
And then the last thing for the year is Celebrity Excel. We're going to be on Celebrity Excel for the inaugural, as well as have a group cruise a few weeks later. And so we're so excited for those 3 group cruises. That is stuff that's released publicly. But for us as a channel, I think the big thing for us is we love doing new things, like brand new countries, new itineraries.
Mhm.
We want to try it so we have the expertise for our travel agent clients, because that's what we value. A lot of our expertise in travel is just like, we've been there, we'll tell you where we went, we'll tell you the good, bad, and ugly of it. And so that's where we're looking at. I think we both have multiple itineraries that we would love to do, but we haven't done it yet. I think we'd love to do more in Asia. We've done our first Japan cruise, but we'd love to do
Okay.
more over there, like Singapore, Thailand, just
Hong Kong. Yeah.
all over in Asia, and just cruise all over.
Right.
What else we'd love to do a South American cruise, Antarctica cruise. What else?
Yeah, there's key places we haven't been to. Antarctica, South Africa is definitely a place that we've talked about a lot.
Right.
We'd love to go on a cruise in or out of there. We didn't get to really spend, even though we've sailed in and out of Sydney, we haven't spent a lot of time in Australia.
Yeah.
We've
Okay.
spent a lot of time in New Zealand, and so which we loved. We'd go back there again, but we'd really love to explore a little bit more of Australia. So there's just so much more. There's also so many more cruise lines outside of the big cruise lines that you hear so
Right.
much about. I mean, you know this as a travel agent, that like There are, small
Oh,
ships. There's
there's a
mission
whole lot.
ships, luxury ships. There's like,
We took our first river cruise, and we want to do more of those now.
yeah.
So it's just, we have so much to do. We're just getting started.
Yes.
So now that you mentioned river cruising, and I know you guys love celebrity, are you guys planning on going on one of those celebrity river cruising?
We are going to do everything we can to get on one. Yes. Yes. We don't know when, because we don't have the details yet, but we're going to try.
Yeah, those things are going to sell like hotcakes when they come out.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That is going to be selling, because think about it. People love celebrity, and to know that, oh, there's a celebrity river cruise, forget it. It's just going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And we got to prepare for that. But I do agree with you, Jared, and what were you saying, because us as travel agents, a lot of people ask me, like, how come you travel a lot? And it's just for the knowledge. It's for the knowledge to help our clients out there have a better understanding of where is it that they're going, what is it that they can do. Like you said, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the everything in between.
Yes.
And when you are a TA and you have that knowledge, your worth is so much, because you come with a whole lot, of information. It's not just about the booking part of it. It's about the knowledge. And it is, I don't know about if it happens to you guys, but when you guys are doing your travel, and let's say you've been to Barcelona, Spain, and you just talk about it like if it's no day.
Yep.
Because I have gotten caught in that, talking to my client. I'm like, oh, and this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, and everybody said, okay, so like she's been there.
Yeah.
And I think that when you have that knowledge, people want that. Believe it or not, people want, to make sure that, okay, so I can go here and this is what we can do or what we can't do. And that's the whole reason of why we travel so much. So with that, with all of that, if like, you guys know that JJ Cruise, they are a travel agent just like us, and we're all in the same, and it's like I tell everybody, there's always plenty of customers for everybody.
Yes.
We don't be like, there's always for everybody. I have Crystal, let me see. Crystal B Cruising says, I'm booked on 2 out of 3 of those group cruises. Ooh. There you guys have it.
We can't be back. We can't wait to be back on board the Crystal.
I know.
With her for a second. So we can't wait to see you soon.
Yes.
I know you guys have a lot of following, and you guys are almost, guys, whether you guys know this or not, JJ Cruise is almost at 100,000. So we got to help them get there. We got to help them push that. We want that play button right behind them, saying we made it.
Right over there, right here.
Yes.
Somewhere like
yes.
I know, somewhere right there. You got to put some lights,
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be flashing,
I know, right? Because that's going to be, I know that's going to be a great accomplishment. For those of you, and this is a little bit off topic, that follow Jordan Bao from, she is from Royal Caribbean. She's the skater. She just hit her 100,000. And I'll be honest with you, I love her. I met her several times on different ships. on Wonder, on Utopia. Great girl, super amazing. If you've never met her, go follow her channel. And I even cried when she opened it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she made it. And it's because it's something that nobody will understand, what comes behind all that hard work that we do. And I know that when you guys receive that play button here shortly, hopefully this year, I'm hoping for you guys this year, soon, maybe before June, because you guys are very close. You guys are very close to that 100,000. It's going to be a big celebration, and I can't wait to be part of that celebration with you guys and all of the cool stuff that you guys have for your future, for sure. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here today with us, and for spending a little bit of time of your time with the Traveling with Tinkerbell community. If you guys have any other questions for JJ Cruise, we got 4 minutes because we got to be very courteous with their time, because I know they're super busy and stuff. Put them on the comments. And if you guys don't, we're just going to chit chat about everybody else. We got 4 more minutes, and we're going to continue to move forward. So one of the cool things that on your last cruise that you guys did, I forgot which one it was, because you guys have done so many, and you guys have sometimes gone back on ships again. I know you guys been on Ascent.
Yes.
What is the a little bit about Celebrity Ascent? Because I know Celebrity Edge, Apex, and Beyond, and I love Captain Kate for sure. And my heart goes out to her with the loss of Bug Naked. That was just crazy when I read the news. Especially that I have a picture with Bug this past February of last year when I actually sailed with her for 11 days, and it just broke my heart to see her go through that. So my condolences to Captain Kate if she ever watches this channel. What is it that you guys love about Celebrity Ascent that is so different than the other sister ships?
Oh my gosh, the shows, definitely. We love the entertainment. The annex is awesome.
The annex is awesome. That is in our video review, The Good, Bad, and Ugly of Celebrity Ascent. That is like, in the entire program, that is like what spiked. People wanted to know about the annex. They like went all the way just to there just to learn about it, and it's worth learning about because it's really cool. We love it. But honestly, for me, it's the small improvements too. They put like stingrays on top of the hot tubs so it won't get too hot, like you won't get sun. It's an umbrella canopy that are called stingrays. They also have different shading on the outside by Eden. So that way, when you go outside, you're not going to be in the direct sunlight there. So it's like those little things that are improvements from each ship to make it better and better and more comfortable for people, because those are things that they didn't have to do. They didn't have to put improvements. No one would actually probably say anything if they didn't. But they did it because they got feedback that resulted in them doing those small changes that were probably not cheap, but they made a huge impact on everyone else's comfortability on board.
Yeah, we love the Ascent.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ship.
If we could move into a ship, just like let's just have a permanent cabin there on that ship.
I know, right? Well, one of the cool things, because I've been on Ascent, one of the cool things that I found that it was really cool that they did is that they did a outdoor in blue. Yeah. So blue now has al fresco and then inside. And I loved it. I went with my son and we were in an aqua classroom. And I'm like, and we went inside. She goes, "Oh, you want to?" And I'm like, "Oh, we have an outside too." So I thought that was really cool because no other celebrity, at least in the type of that, the edge type, they don't have an al fresco on blue. So that was really cool that they actually brought that there. So if you guys did not know that, then that is like a plus on there. I have one last question that Cruising with Keith put here. How many cruises in total have you guys done?
We're very close.
I think 94.
We're really, it's like 94, 95 around there.
It's right around there, I think.
Yeah. We also have this odd thing where he's done a few more than I have with his family and with Nancy.
Yeah.
So I think 94 together, if I remember right. And
something
it's more
like
for
that.
him without.
Guys, could you imagine hitting your 100 cruise and your 100,000 at the same time? That would be crazy.
Cool.
I will tell you right now, a miracle would have to happen for that to happen.
Yes, a miracle would have to happen for that to happen.
We would have to.
Guys, we got to get them out there. Spread the word. Spread the word.
That would be
well, guys. We are out of time. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for being here today. Thank you for everybody that showed up the live stream, for all your comments and all of that. And with that being said, this is what I say, and then I'll let you guys say your ending. I love you guys all to the moon and back. And now you guys take it away, JJ Cruz.
Well, thank you so much for letting us be on your live. We really appreciate it. We know that there's hundreds of creators that you can be talking to right now. So we just appreciate spending some time with you and your community. And thank you for the questions. You made us think.
Yes. And with that, your name?
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jared.
Until next time.
See ya.
Ooh, I see you guys. Love you all. Toodles. Bye-bye for now.